How did you handle the challenge of building a brand in this industry from scratch?
Say brand is something that the customers would love to buy from. Two things is very important in any brand.
What are some of the new products that you're working on?
We have got 2-3 very major products in pipeline.
Hi. So we have today with us Ashutosh from RiverSoft. He's the founder of RiverSoft.
Hi, Shekhar.
Hi. Are there any testimonials of customers that have basically reinforced the way you are working, the kind of products you have?
Yeah. So we have a lot of anecdotes, and that is, I think, this is one of the places where which inspires you a lot to keep working towards it. For example, I still remember in the initial part when I used to handle customer support, I got a call from a Noida couple, and they said ki your product is amazing and it has solved the issue that we were facing since a long time. And that was a amazing testimonial that I received. And I'll tell you one more story. After Corona, when the lockdown was there from end of March till mid-May, after it opened, I got a call from a Pune customer. He said, send me 8 cartridges of our shower filters. I said, why do you want 8 cartridges? He said, ki again lockdown will happen. I cannot bathe without this product. You send me 8 cartridges. Then some issue happened, and he said, wait, send me 16 cartridges. So we shipped him 16 cartridges that day, and that customer said, I cannot bath without this product. So I need to stock it properly so that another lockdown happens, I am happy with in my house.
So what is the process of innovation? So how do you keep ahead of your competitors and what is happening in the industry?
See, innovation is very important. We take innovation very, very it's ingrained into our employee or in the employee culture. What we do is we take pride in the customer support, and that customer support gives us a lot of feedback that we get from the customers. We have found out a lot of problems that people are facing from the customer support channel, and that channel has helped us develop and modify our products. So, for example, the shower filters that we have, we found that if there is a little high amount of sand in the water, there's a chances of cartridges getting over very fast. So what we developed is a specific sediment pads for that shower filter, which can be replaced regularly and which will increase the life of that cartridge. So it again was a very specific solution developed, and it got a very amazing feedback from the customers. Then we also developed cartridges which were used for high hardness. So again, we found out that people are getting very, very high hard water in around the country. So for that, we developed cartridges which works on high hardness, and that again has got a very good, amazing feedback from the customers. So I think this feedback that we get from the customer support has helped us innovate a lot of times. Also, recently we started society activities. Again, we saw that we are again getting a lot of feedback from the customers. They will come to you and tell you, this is the problem that I'm facing, please develop a solution with it. And we have set up a proper channel so that we record the feedback, take note of that feedback, and develop a solution for that specific problem that the customer is asking for.
Yeah. How did you handle the challenge of building a brand in this industry from scratch?
Yeah, so see, building a brand is a challenging process, but say brand is something that the customers would love to buy from. And I found out 2 things is very important in any brand. One is the quality of product, and second is the customer support. So we ensured that these 2 make our pillars of the company, and we don't let it go. So, for example, I'll inform about an incident where once we got a stock from our supplier, and there were some issues with the stock, and that we realized because we got a call from the customer support from a customer telling this is the issue with the product, and that was because that we had not faced something like this earlier. So what we set up a process so that we ensure that specific problem, for example, the rings that are there in the shower filter, they were getting slightly bent, maybe because of hot temperature. So we ensured that every product that is going, the O-rings in the product is checked, and if any damage is there before shipping, we replace those O-rings before sending to the customer. So That's how it is gone.
So what is your sales strategy at RiverSoft?
See, we don't have such a sales strategy, but as I told you, we have a very strong customer support team, and that also doubles as our sales for online customers that are reaching out to us. Second is we have a very strong word of mouth because customers have loved our product, loved the processes that we have set up, and the amount of word of mouth we saw in the initial years was just blew our mind. We were hardly spending anything on our ads, and we were just getting orders because people were referring us to other customers. So this is our sales strategy.
So what are some of the new products that you're working on? What are you most excited about?
See, recently we have got 2-3 very major products in pipeline. One is a bathroom water softener, which will be launching within next 1 or 2 months. We are also working towards launching a better washing machine filter, which also removes sediments and works on hard water. So these are one of the short-term products that we are launching. We have a huge pipeline of products because, as I told you, there are a lot of issues that are there in the water filtration industry which needs to be solved, and we have that pipeline with us, and we will be launching over the course of few years.
Okay, and how do you see RiverSoft evolving in the next, let's say, 5 or 10 years, as in terms of your products, in terms of the customers that you're targeting, in terms of your mission that you have set out?
See, we have grown very well in the last 5 years. I think we are at a stage where we can take to another scale in terms of the one is the kind of problems that we are solving. We can try and target more problems, more niche problems that we can target. We aim to reach 100 crores in the next 3 years. So that is also one of the aims that we take. And also, what I see is what I've seen when I've gone outside India. There are a lot of countries outside India, which are, let's say, African countries or countries close to us, like Nepal, Bangladesh. There is a lot of demand of water filters in those countries as well. So one of a long-term aim for me will be to become a supplier to those countries and start exporting products from India to those countries.
Okay, and which cities are you primarily going to focus on? As in, what cities you focus on right now, and which cities are you planning to change that in the future?
See, there are 5-6 major cities in India which are facing a lot of issues in water. Bangalore, there is Pune, Noida, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chennai, and certain cities in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. So all these cities are facing a lot of issues related to water. This is a short-term aim to maybe focus on these 6-7 cities, but in long term we will be try to expand to as many cities as possible because water problems are there. Even into the interiors of the country, there are water issues and which needs to be solved.
Built this incredible company in the last couple of years. What are 3 things that you would like to talk about? As in, what is your secret sauce to success?
Secret sauce? There's no secret sauce, but I'd say very stick to the basics. One is when you start a company, be ready to learn. So have a continuous learning process. When you are starting a company or working in a company, you will not know everything. So be ready to learn whatever comes. That is one. Second is customer obsession, doing the right thing for the customers. I think this is very important. If you want to grow as a word of mouth, that's where the growth of the company starts coming in, when you go through word of mouth. And if you set the processes right, if you respect the customer, that's where you get a lot of repeat users, and which helps the company grow. That I'll see company culture or making customer the center of every process is important. And what will be the third thing? Maybe I think having, though there is a lot of, I'd say, you have to go into detail into everything, but having the macro perspective of the things,
Okay.
how things are moving in, and which are the priority for especially for a founder, which are the priority things for you. If you can set those priorities right, this helps a lot in steering the company into the right direction.
Okay. We talked about how you see RiverSoft unfolding in the next 5 years. You already have a specific positioning for RiverSoft today. Is that going to change? How do you see that evolving in terms of brand?
See, we our position is very clear. We for a healthy living, you need clean water. This is our motto: healthier life, clean water. And this motto remains intact for us. We want to make sure that people are not only focusing on their drinking waters, they are also focusing on not drinking waters, which impacts our health and which will help us make our quality of life better.
Okay.
So that remains intact for us, and we want to have that as a center point for developing new products or taking new growth areas for the company.
Okay. And RiverSoft, from what I understand, you are mostly available through digital touchpoints to your customers. Are you also planning to move into other channels?
Yeah. So we are rapidly expanding offline. We are present in 4 major cities right now: Bangalore, Pune, Noida, and Hyderabad. In Bangalore itself, we are present in more than 100 hardware stores. So the expansion is happening very fast, and we aim to expand very fast into other cities as well.
Okay. That's all for today, I think. Thank you for joining us today. It was great talking to you, Ashutosh, understanding your journey with RiverSoft and understanding how you are changing the water industry, water filtration industry, and solving real customer problems. Thank you, everyone. That's all for today.
Thanks a lot, Shekhar.